to go ahead and start off with my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, and I'm actually going to take a brush. Yes, we're using brushes now because your girl got nails, which by the way I need to get a fill for, but appointments are important when you gotta do your nails. I mean, most places I guess you can walk into, but then they tell you, oh, by the way, we're closed on Saturday. I was like, closed on Saturday? Every Saturday? Because I'm pretty sure I was there 2 weeks ago on a Saturday. Or was it just this Saturday and Sunday? And then you find a good spot and then they're closed, so you gotta find another good spot. It's a struggle to get your nails did. So today, this is one of those, I don't know what I'm doing, you know what, I don't have that much time, so we're just gonna go neutral on the eyes and do a pop of color, or it's one of those, I'm kind of lazy and I don't want to do much and I spent my time just chilling and now I only have a couple minutes to get ready. So I go with a neutral eye look, a nice wing, and a little bit more on the lips. So today we're actually going to be using the Milani, the Most Loved Mattes palette. And I don't think I've used this on my channel. So I was like, you know what? I really like this one. We're going to go for it. So I'm going to take this shade right here. And it's always hard to tell which way they're going. I think, okay, so if that's the orange one on the opposite side. So I think this is your peach. This is always so complicated. Your peach, and I'm just gonna set, but this is most likely gonna be my lid shade since it's a nice vanilla shade. And we're just gonna use that to set, so might as well go in with that and set my shadow. I really like that brush. I think this is a crown brush to kind of add my primer. I like it. I'm gonna keep it warm, especially because I'm gonna wear like all neutrals, black and white, and then do a little pop of orange. So we're gonna start off with the warm right here, and we're gonna go in with the shade Catch a Tan and my fluffy brush, my Sonia Kashuk. I know Sonia Kashuk just came out with some new brushes, different price ranges, which I totally wanted to pick some up. Then I was like, do I need it? At the time I was like, I don't need to try it right now because we had some other things in my Target shopping bag. I almost did. It was one of those just throw in the bag type of days, but I was like, all right, just throw in the bag if you really need it. Let's limit the amount of things we throw in our bag. So I didn't get it, but let me know if you guys are interested in seeing some of the new Sonia Kashuk brushes. I did do a review and demo on their sponge. I'll link them down below if you guys are interested, but I did like it. They have a bunch of different sponges. They got different packs if you guys want. I feel like Drugstore affordable, because like Sonia Kashuk isn't totally like Drugstore prices. It's like Lux affordable Drugstore. I feel like the affordable brands are getting better with like their sponges in general, because before the sponge game, I feel like Real Techniques was like the only one that was like halfway decent. I know they always have like a bunch of different like dupes for the beauty blender, the beauty sponges at like TJ Maxx, but so far the ones I've bought, not my favorite, and are Marshalls. They're really hard, they're really stiff. It's really hard to duplicate that beauty blender. It's so soft, but definitely found some good affordable options if you guys are curious for those videos. There are some out there and they're getting better. I haven't tried the Equal Tools, their sponge. I've been wanting to try that one, but I've kind of heard like conflicting, like it's kind of changed, it's the same. I don't know what's going on, so I haven't picked it up, but maybe I should just do it and see, like right here, right now, today, the sponge that I pick up, is it good, is it not? Do we have another affordable option? Do you have to buy the beauty blender, which I totally think you don't? There's some affordable options out there. Gonna go back in and take that orangey shade, the Hiking and Sedona shade, and I'm gonna put that a little bit lower into my crease. Ooh, that's orange, but that's what we're going for. And we're just gonna build that in, and we're gonna cheat to make our lid shade look a little bit bigger than it actually is. What's your go-to look when you don't have time? I feel like you really sometimes have to. There's two different go-to looks. There's the look you've practiced and you know how to do if you want to get a little bit colorful with it, like, you know, have your glam go-to look, and then there's your chill glam go-to look. I feel like this is more of a chill glam go-to look, but then you put it together, it's like, how chill is it really when you add fake lashes? But you know what I'm talking about. This is the chill glam girls go-to look. This is me chilling it out. It's different for someone who normally maybe doesn't do makeup. And they're probably like, well, that's a glam look. I was like, really? Really? Everybody's different. here's an easy go-to look where it's like, oh wow, that looks really nice, but it didn't really take too much time. How much time do you guys take to get ready? It can, if I have time, all the time in the world, it can take about 2 hours. That's with doing my hair though too, if I want to curl it, and that's as crazy as I kind of go. 2 hours I think max. If don't need to curl my hair, just maybe gonna leave it straight. I like, if I want to be precise with my eyeshadow, I prefer maybe an hour and a half. An hour I can do, but even then with an hour I'm just kind of like, ugh, I only have an hour. 45 minutes. It can happen, but that's like, whoa. That's like, you gotta slap some stuff on. How long does it take you guys to get ready? And also, don't you hate it? It's always good when your boyfriend knows you're gonna take a while. But as soon as you're done, and you're like, okay, I'm done, and then he starts putting his like shoes on and everything, he's like, no, you should be ready, you should be done and good to go. I was like, why? You had all this time to put your button up, you know? Put your shoes on. What the hell? Why can't you be done too? Taking a clean brush and I'm just blending those edges out. You could totally use that same fluffy brush, but I just want a little bit of precision with this look. A little bit of clean blending. Alright, so now you totally, okay, now you totally, I can't say that word, totally don't need to do this, but I'm going to take concealer and kind of clean out my lid. So you can just go straight in there, but I don't know. I like this step. Especially if you want to cheat and make your eyelids look a little bit larger. Which I feel like the more and more I do my makeup, I was like, well, my eyelids are pretty small. But the power of makeup, you can change up that game. Going back into your peach shade, you can totally use this other shade, Fancy Vanilla, but I'm going to use that underneath my brow bones. It's a little bit whiter. I want a little bit. I like that hint of peach beige on it for my skin tone. If you're a little bit lighter, totally go ahead and use the other one. If you're a little bit darker, we've got some other options over here too. I really like this palette. I really like the formula of it. So I'm just going to go ahead and pat this onto the lid. And it's like not totally white. I like that. Once you put liner, all gets together. Once you do your eyebrows, usually I'm just like, this is okay. Once you do your eyebrows, once you do your liner, once everything comes together, I like it. Sometimes halfway through my makeup, I was like, it's okay. Eyebrows make a huge difference. I used to not do my, so I started wearing makeup like officially, actually doing like foundation, all that stuff at like 21. I would always do eye makeup, pretty much, that was it. And started wearing foundation at 21, and then, you know, a little bit of powder. And then I never realized the importance of doing your eyebrows. So you go back and you see pictures, or actually you start doing your eyebrows and you're like, wow, that makes a difference. So it makes a huge difference, because especially with like powder, even if you have like really good eyebrows, just to kind of touch them up, because the powder really, like, it'll take away, it'll make them disappear a little bit. Just blending that orange shade with the top of the peach shade, blending it out. I might smoke it out a little bit more. We can always decide that later though, also depending how much time you have. And it's gonna be the afternoon. What time of day is it appropriate for a smoky eye? Is there an appropriate time? You know, like, how early can you start drinking? You know, how early can you wear a smoky eye? Is there a rule? I don't think so. You can wear what you want. But let me know if you guys think there's a time of day where you can smoke it out. Do you think there should be a time of day? Or do what you want. Same thing. Hey, if you want to, that's why they made brunch, right? So you can start chugging mimosas at like 10 a.m. Do you? Next, I'm going to go ahead and take my L'Oreal Glow Lock Primer. I think I need one of those. You know how when you're kind of running low on your toothpaste and you put that little squeezy thing? I think I need to do that. I need to buy another one. This is my second one? I don't know, but I love it. This is my go-to drugstore, or even just my go-to primer in general. So, we're going to have to buy another one soon, which actually I also have to buy toothpaste. This is drugstore. You can get both at Walgreens or Target or Walmart or CVS, so that's always nice. Also always nice when you can buy your makeup and your snacks too some hot Cheetos. I miss hot Cheetos. I have not eaten hot Cheetos. It's today Sunday? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. In 25 days. That's the longest I've ever gone in my entire life. The longest I've ever gone is before I probably ever tried them. That was in kindergarten. I have never gone this long. 25 freaking days without hot Cheetos. This is terrible. Actually, it hasn't been that bad, but there's been those days where it's like, I just need some. But I was like, no, don't fall off the wagon. Don't do it. The longest before this was 20 days. So in general, just need to, it's like a cleanse. Need to take a break. And I don't know why. Why does my biggest love have to be my biggest enemy? So hard. Gonna go ahead and take my tried and true favorite Milani foundation, conceal and perfect. If you have dry skin, you need to try this. I was gonna do another foundation I haven't used in a while, but I was like, I mean, we're using Milani, so I might as well use the Milani foundation. I almost like to paint it on first and then kind of blend it out, but it feels so creamy. I love it. And we've got a fresh beauty blender. I forget how bright these are until I buy a new one. It was time. We had a fresh beauty blender. In my last tutorial, I used a fresh Morphe sponge. So definitely that's like the Morphe one is my favorite affordable sponge. If you guys haven't bought it, it's $7. But it's always nice to have a beauty blender in your life. I'm blending this out. And this one is the shade 02. I think normally 01 works best for me, but this 10 is still lingering. It's still lingering on, so eventually I'm gonna have to get the 01 shade. And it's just so awkward when it's like you still got a tan. At what point do you transition back to your normal tones? You just gotta write it out, and then it's awkward. Summertime for trying on new foundation is always awkward. It's like, do you buy a color, your tan shade, but you're not going to finish a whole foundation. If you're like me and you want to try out all the different foundations, you know, you're not going to finish a whole foundation in the summertime because there's plenty more that you have, or plenty more that you have to try out. So, and especially if you want to try out a high-end foundation, that's always like, ooh, I don't know. Should I just wait till my normal shade so I can use it all season long? I don't know. The struggle. First world problems. Now I'm going to go ahead and take the Makeup Revolution Fast Base Concealer. So this is one of those click up ones, and this one is in the shade C4. Ooh, that feels soft. Application purposes. To set my concealer, I'm going to take my tried and true. This is a go-to. I know it's always going to work no matter what. This is my Wet n Wild Highlight and Contour Duo in the shade Dulce de Leche. I love it. I love the powder. It's so lightweight, so easy to use. Just going to pat that in. And I like that it like brightens up a little bit more too. Ooh. $5, Wet n Wild. So worth. This is maybe like my third one because I bought the original and then they kind of like did an upgrade on formula, so it's like even better. So this is, yeah, my third palette of those. $5 well spent each time. Just get a little bit to my brows in preparation to do my brows, and we're gonna start looking better, I promise. For my brows, I'm gonna go ahead and take the NYX Microbrow Pencil. I know I haven't used this one in a while. I actually bought two because I love the NYX Microbrow Pencil, but lately I've just been using, and in case you guys are curious, I use the shade Ash Brown. So it's not too warm, but I've just been using the LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil more because it's just cheaper. It's $4 cheaper. They're both inexpensive. This is $10. And I mean, NYX does always have like a good sale too, like buy one, get one 50% off, or, you know, something like that. So, but it's just, I can always get the LA Girl one for $6. So I've just been using that one. I really like that color. I like both formulas. It just comes down to price. But I ran out of my LA Girl one, so I was like, alright, well, we have some other brow pencils we can use up until then. That I also really like the L'Oreal one, the Wet n Wild one, but guess what? Finally ran out of those. So I was like, I need my LA Girl one. I went to my CVS by me, sold out. I went to Ulta sold out. I was like, okay, I need brows now. So I just picked up 2 NYX Microbrow Pencils just in case. But I did miss it. I do like it. I love it. I love it. It's just, I mean, if you could save money, might as well, right? If you like the formula, if you like the lasting power for both, might as well. I don't know. Let me know if you guys are just like, no, I still prefer the next one. Do you guys have a preference? Have you tried both? I honestly haven't done like high-end brow anything in forever, just because these do the job. I did almost buy the Anastasia Brow Wiz, which I really love. In general, I just don't have $20 to spend on a brow pencil that I'm going to use like every day. That gets expensive. Like a foundation, okay, maybe a high-end one. But a brow pencil, that starts to, you know, add up. And I almost did repurchase it when it was like, I think it was part of like, what was it, Ulta's, when they had, is it 21 Days of Beauty? I think it was another sale they kind of have every year. And they had that one on sale, and I was at an Ulta. And I almost bought it, but then I was like, I really don't want to stand in this line for just a brow pencil. So I was like, forget it. I think it was like a Saturday, Sunday, like, you know, extreme shopping day, and that sale was going on. I was like, I'm good. I have my brow pencils right now. I don't have the time, and no thank you. Totally don't have to do this step, but this makes a little difference. Gonna go in with concealer underneath the brows and clean it up. I'm not much for doing concealer above the brows. I guess maybe if I did my foundation after. I personally just don't feel the need, or I just don't have the patience for it. I'm just like, underneath is good enough. I am terrible at talking and doing my wing liner, so I'm going to do that off camera because I just physically can't. So I'll be right back. I'm going to use the NYX Matte Liquid Liner, of course. So I did my wing liner, and I did my Cocoa Lashes in Amore. And usually with these real neutral looks, you can tone it down with the wing liner, or you can go hard with the wing liner. It's up to you. But I'm going to go back into the palette, and now I'm going to take the shade Fancy Vanilla. And now I'm going to take that underneath my brow bone just to highlight where I kind of cleaned up with that concealer. It's not too crazy intense of a highlight, but it makes a little subtle difference. And you can bring it down as far as you want, because I'm going to go back in and then take some of that Catch a Tan and just kind of blend that together. Just a little bit. But as you can see, like, now it's starting to come together once you add the liner and lashes. And we really didn't do much, but it looks like you did, but not really. It was just focusing mainly on the blending and adding however much color you wanted. So I'm just kind of torn. Do we still want to add a little bit of smokiness? I think this is just fine, actually, because the shade I was probably going to go into, I was torn. So I was either going to go into Umber the Sun. So you're going to go Umber the Sun, or other than take the shade Don't Raisin Your Voice. Or the chocolate one if you wanted, but still kind of keeping it warm. But up to you. Because I might do a darker shade on the lips, so that's the only reason why I'm not going to go too smoky with it. Then just clean brush. The more you blend, the better it comes out. It's all in the patience. Lower lash line. Totally almost forgot. I totally leave this like this, but I'm gonna go ahead and take that shade Hiking in Sedona. You can take a pencil brush, or if all your pencil brushes are dirty like mine, I like to take those brushes that come in the the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow palettes. So I'm just taking that underneath my lower lash line. And difference, lash line, no lash line. I think both look nice. It just depends. Also, if you're in a hurry and you forget to do your lower lash line, you're just going to pretend that was the look you're going for. Because it happens, trust me. Here is actually where I will smoke it out. I take that back. So I'm going to go in with Don't Raisin Your Voice, the darkest kind of plummy. Or should I do this little? Yeah, I like this. It's like a brown purple. So it's not totally purple and it's not totally brown, but it's like a dark enough. You can totally go in with that brown one. But I'm just going to take this on the outer corner and just kind of like stamp that and just smoke out my lower. I think we're going to go with the lower smoke out, just to add some definition there. Just adds a little bit of a difference. I like it. Up to you. Depends how neutral you're trying to go with this look. This is like a dramatic neutral. That's how I like it though. What I will do, and my favorite, I don't want to go totally smoky, so I'm going to go ahead and take my Rimmel Scandalize in the nude shade, and I'm just gonna, this is gonna help give you like that baby doll look and just kind of open up your eyes even more. So you can see a difference. Stay woke. Next, I'm going to take my Galactic Luminous Face Powder. Mine is in the shade Light, in case you guys are curious, but we're going to go ahead and just set around the face. Or you could totally use, my favorite affordable one is the Milani Prep Set and Glow. It was just really far. This was right here, so we're going to go ahead and use this one. But it is more expensive, kind of like my other favorite is to use the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural, but I use so little that it lasts a really long time. I'm just kind of pressing it in just to give myself a really nice, it makes a difference. Oh my god, yeah, I was looking a little, I don't know, for dry skin, it's not until I use my Fix Plus at the end do I really like the way my foundation and my powder and everything looks, because dry skin struggles. Going back into my Wet n Wild, I'm going to go ahead and take that contour shade, and we are going to warm up the face, add some definition, and slim it down a bit. And I like to go higher than where my actual cheekbones are that I don't have. And kind of cheat. And this is a Morphe M530. Great for bronzing and or contouring. We're going to go in and actually clean up anything. And don't forget the jawline. Take that underneath. Here's my favorite part. I'm going to take that highlight shade and just sculpt underneath the chin. And make it a little bit crisper. You can do this with loose setting powder too, but if you got a really nice finely milled powder like this one, or my favorite NYX HD powder, can totally do this as well and just brighten. Just let that set. And since we're doing very warm on the eyes, why not take out my favorite Flower Beauty Flower Pots blush in Peach Primrose. I gotta get some more colors in case you guys are sick of this one, but I just love it. I love peach blushes, but I do want to get more of like a pink one, so it's going and adding that to my cheeks. I like to kind of bring it up to, you know, bring the whole face up. So it's a little trick that I like to do. Instead of to the side, bring it up a little bit. Now we can go ahead and brush off the extra powder and blend everything together. For my highlight, I'm going to take my Milani Strobe Light in the shade Day Glow. They have a couple of other colors depending on your skin tone. This is number 2, so they have an 01 and then a couple of other darker shades, which I really like, but I swear I've used this one so much and it doesn't look like I've done much damage. Also, because honestly, a little bit goes a long way. Love it. Definitely one of my favorite drugstore highlights. Look at that. I'll link down below if you guys are interested in a list of my favorite drugstore highlights, and then I have one for bronzers and like contour powders, but this is definitely one of my favorites. And now, as I sit here applying my highlights, I ponder, which lipstick should I do? I never pick out my lipstick. I always like kind of have everything ready here on my makeup products, and I never really tend to pick out a lipstick. It's very rare. Like 1% of the time when I'm doing a tutorial do I have my lipstick ready, because I don't know. That's the hardest question. I'm going to set my face with Fix Plus, comb my hair, put on my clothes, and then once I have everything together, we'll see which lipstick we'll do. MAC Fix Plus. You should do maybe like 2 layers. Let this settle, then we add a little bit more. I'll be right back. Going with this orangey shade, here's where I tend to forget, and we're not going to forget today, the inner corner highlight. So taking my actual highlight, just adding that to the inner corners. And then, so I was looking for lipstick. I kind of wanted something with an orange tinge to it. I don't tend to buy those. So we're like burgundy or like maybe brown maybe. So we're gonna see if this Colourpop works for us. I just kind of want a lip line. So I'm gonna go ahead and take, I need a browner lip line, GP512. I hate that they don't have the actual names. This is LA Colors, it's probably like one of their nude ones. I just need something so I can stay inside the lines. This is like lighter, but anyway. So we're gonna go ahead and take Colourpop number 27. I like this shade a lot. I didn't expect to. This goes. I like it. You know what? I have not tried Colourpop lip liners. Ooh, okay, yeah. 27 never fails. So that is completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed something easy, neutral. Switch up the color to what you please. If you like those burnt orange shades, I think those will look really, really nice, especially if you have like those olive skin tone. Those look beautiful, which is probably why I don't always buy those, but I don't know why I was totally craving like some burnt orange type shade. I think the one that I'm thinking of is kind of like the I Love Sarahi Dose of Colors that she came out with, but this 27 I feel like pairs well with the eyes and as well as my little scarf here, which I didn't have anything to wear, so I was like, you know what, let's have a scarf to put this together, you know, like a black and maybe like a white little sweater. So that's what we're kind of doing here, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe to keep up with some more videos. Let me know if you guys like these chit chatty videos, and I'll see you guys next time.